Welcome back, everyone. My name's Tim Hepworth. We're here with Fly Fishing Bow River Outfitters and Thursday Night Live Fly Tying, and I'm here to bring you another quick tie. Today, we're tying the Michigan Skunk Dry. We want to thank Rocky Mountain Fly Shop for sponsoring this quick tie and bringing it all to you guys. I'm going to be tying out of my Season 5 kit today. If you still want to grab one of these, you just go ahead over to our website. You pick one up today at www.flyfishingbowriver.com/TNLS5. Well, without further delay, let's head over to that vise and let's get started. As you see here, the Michigan Skunk Dry. If you're getting skunked, fish this dry. Let's grab that size 10 dry fly hook. Get it in that vise. Firm it up. Make sure it's level. You want to hear the ping. The ping is good, you're ready to go. Slide on over to that thread of yours, and let's get some black UTC in 70 to tie this fly. Slip that thread under the hook shank and get it going, one wrap at a time. Back down the hook shank. Reach on over to those scissors and snip out the tag. Now when you're ready, you grab that first material. It's going to be some Antron yarn. Slick, white, and ready to be a tail. I'm going to come in here, trim it off clean. Set that right on that hook shank. Get that gathering wrap, a couple of them in fact, and then slide it back. Let's take a few securing wraps, back down that hook shank, all the way to the bend. Now if that's too fast for you, I want you to take a moment and slow it down. Grab those scissors again, come in here, measure half that hook shank, and trim it off. Just like that. Now we're going to reach over to that 2 mil black foam. I'm just going to snip a little pointy bit into the end. We'll lay that on our hook shank with our thread started just behind the eye. And let's get it secured right on top of the hook shank, one wrap at a time, all the way back to the bend. And then let's go ahead and secure that foam. Give it a little tug, make sure it's secure. Now from here, we're going to reach on over to that black dubbing. We're going to make ourselves a short little noodle on our thread. Take a little wisp, secure it onto that thread. As tight as you can, as to not make too thick of a body. Now let's advance that forward with some touching wraps. When we get to the 2/3 mark up the hook shank, we should have run out of dubbing. Now grab that foam, flop it down on top, gather it with a wrap, pinch on top, and give it a snug little tug. Now we'll just advance the thread on top of the foam down to the head, securing that foam once more, just like so. Now let's grab a piece of crystal flash, fold it over a couple times, giving yourself a few more individual pieces. Do it once, and again do it twice. Now let's take that crystal flash and lay it down the back and tie it in. Secure the butts of the crystal flash into that opening you created. For length, let's extend that just beyond the back of the foam. Now we're going to grab our deer hair. We're going to take a small little chunk, about half of a pencil width, and snip it off the patch. Now reach on over to your hair stacker. Get the tips put in first. And give it a little tap. When the hair comes out, we want it pointed back down the fly. If your tips are aligned and ready to go, let's set it on top of the crystal flash to the same length. Switch hands and secure it down. First wrap is loose, second is tighter, and so on. Get some wraps through the butts, securing it all the way down. Now while you're still holding that there, let's come in and trim everything out. Nice and short, without cutting your thread. Once you've completed that, let's get a few more wraps covering up the butts of the hair. You can now let go of the deer hair and see your wing. Let's go ahead and grab our rubber legs and get 2 pulled off. Align the tips. Let's set them right in that gap in front of the hair and take a nice, loose, securing wrap before separating them onto the near and the far side of the fly. This is what we want it to look like. Now I'm going to secure those rear legs right back against the hair. We're very close to finishing up the fly. If you have any little hairs that are out on their own, this would be a good time to get them out of the way. Now once again, we're going to go over to that dubbing. We're going to start by bringing our thread forward to just in front of the hair. Let's make another short dubbing noodle with a wisp of that dubbing. Again, a nice, tight dubbing noodle. First couple wraps will be in front of the legs, and then a couple in between to finish it off. The last step will be to bring that foam back and pull it over, and let's finish off with a bullet head. A few wraps should do before snipping out the foam and whip finishing the fly. A 2 to 3 turn whip finish should suffice. Once that's pulled tight, clip out our thread, and all that's left is to trim our legs. Trim to a desired length, leaving the front legs slightly shorter than the back. And there you have it, folks. The Michigan Skunk Dry. Again, thank you for joining me, Tim Hepworth, with Fly Fishing Bow River Outfitters and Thursday Night Live Fly Tying. Please like and subscribe and continue to follow along.